What is up, guys? It's the Caper Vapors back again, and today we're doing a video on the ELeaf 100 watt. We're going to go into a little bit about the features on them, how we liked them. We've been vaping on them now for, how long, bud?
About a week.
About a week now, and we're going to tell you guys what we think. Right now, I'd like to point out that I'm vaping Cyclone Vapors, and it's a Skittles and Jolly Ranchers mix.
And I'm still on my Independent Vapors Vel Islander flavor. The
Yep.
bottle's pretty much empty right now, which is really depressing because I love it.
I just emptied this out, Fruit Loops from the Breakfast Club. But today, let's go on to a video about the ELeaf 100 watts. They take two 18650 batteries. They got a magnetic tray on the back, if I can ever get it open. So they went away with having the internal battery on this one, and made it so it just magnetically sticks back on there. And it's really nice, actually. I do like it versus having some of our latches. I can just, and it doesn't fall off. It's not easily coaxed off.
Sorry, I just had to get it hidden there. I like vaping on this thing a lot. It gives you a lot of power, a lot of options to go through for what sort of wattage or voltage you want to set it at. Another thing I like about this over, say, the 50 watt is that the ohm reading on this goes out to hundredths. So I can say that I'm reading at 0.27 right now, whereas on the 50 watt it would just tell me I was at 0.3. So it's slightly more accurate, which I like.
Also, something that's nice is this. I am past 50 watts. And at 70 watts, I can get some really good clouds out there.
Oh, we're both at 70.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And we got a good build on here. Now I've got the Hellboy RDA I'm running on top of my ELeaf 50 watt, or 100 watt, not 50 watt, 100 watt. With just a dual parallel 26 gauge build on there. It's really nice. Gives me a lot of flavor and vape at the same time. But honestly, I can say I'm really proud of ELeaf from the 50 watt to this, because they really turned from having something that was
Sort of shoddy.
no, not sort of shoddy, but something that wasn't, if someone wanted to get clouds, 50 watts cool to put like a tank on, or even run an RDA. You saw me blowing clouds with it. But any person that's, goes serious vapor or likes to go in those cloud competitions, you're going to have no problem competing with everyone else there, even with the 100 watts, TCs, and all those.
My problem more or less with the 50 watt was that the battery would like to shut off all the time. You'd have to plug it back in to turn it on, and that you really couldn't get much cloud out of it. With this, the external batteries, the 18650s of them, it doesn't seem to have that problem where if you bump it or something's going to want to shut off on you. It works well with all the equipment I have, our Troll, our Heracles tank, works well with the Dark Horse, works well with the Hellboy. So it's a really versatile device. One thing that I will say that I'm not a huge fan of is that if I shake it, you can hear the buttons rattle in there. That I don't know if that's just a build quality thing or what happened there. I mean, it doesn't affect the usability of the device, but it does sort of bring up some questionability when you're looking at a product and you hear something like that.
It's something I can vape on all day, not worry about it dying. And if it does die, I can just grab another pair of batteries, and having the nice set right here, just swap them out, put a new one in. And it comes with a nice little band in there, so you can just pop the batteries out. Something else that's cool about this is the fact that right now I'm going to pop out one of my batteries. I got one battery in there. And this is where you win, ELeaf, because I've never seen anyone else be able to do this. It's still on, and it'll still fire, even with one battery in there. So if you just happen to have one battery that's fully charged, you can make it last as long as you need to, just to have it work until you're done.
One thing I've noticed too is that if I crank it up to 100 watts, I can only get like one or two good hits out of it before I start getting a dry hit. But after that, if I crank it down to say 70 or 60, I can run it till the cotton is completely bone dry, and I'll still get juice or vape out of it. Like the cotton on this looks pretty dry right now, but I can still get some cloud out of it. I still get my flavor, and I don't taste any burnt cotton.
Something cool about the ELeaf too is, if you look at this, the button is opposite of the RDA now, or tank. ELeaf took into effect what everyone said, and they took the button and moved it to the other opposite side along with the screen, so you can have everything there at one point, and it's not in your way, and it's really ergonomical. You can just grab it and hold on to it. And that's something that's nice about it, is I can hold it and grab it and vape on it, and it just fits in your hand nicely.
I think the problem more or less with the button being on the other side on the 50 watt is that when you're grabbing it like this, you're trying to press it with your thumb, and it doesn't really feel natural. because our index finger it's more like a natural trigger finger. So if it's up here, my trigger finger's doing the firing, it makes more sense.
One complaint also too about this is the screen being right there. I do like it, but I do like with the 50 watts where I can hold it sideways and look at it. I don't have to like turn my hand all the way around to look at it. But it really comes down to how you're holding the actual mod itself. But, it's really sturdy built besides, like I said, the shaking, you can hear the buttons. But for, depending, they start off at $39 online up to, let's say, $65. It's a very economical way to vape and actually get more clouds and actually be around with everyone in there. It's when all your buddies got their unregulated box mods or they got their Cigelis, you can just go up in there and vape away with it.
And then you can laugh because you spent half the money that they did on something that, say, may only have, the same wattage or maybe even 50 watts more.
Also, in here, they put a DNA chip. All right? That is awesome because with the DNA chip in it, it makes life a lot easier. It manages the battery better. You get a lot better battery life and power usage. So you always get a good hit, unless you go to like 100 watts, and then you get a lot of power going to your coils. So unless you got something like a 20 gauge coil in there, you may get a dry hit because it's going to be heating up the coils faster than it can suck in the juice. That really comes down to a matter of the RDA, not the actual regulated mod itself.
And you see me getting over here desperate with my juice.
He's actually tapping that on there, trying to get it to come out.
I need more! So it looks just like any other firing pin you see in any other regulated device. It just sits in there. It is spring-loaded, so it always makes contact with your RDA no matter what you have that adjusted to. So you don't have any of the problems like you said would with, say, a mech mod, where if you don't have it all adjusted quite properly, it's not going to make contact and it's not going to fire. That's one thing I really hated about using a mech mod, is that I always have to be constantly screwing the contact pin, screwing the RDA a certain way, trying to get the base on, trying to get the firing button and the contact on that screwed just so that it would work. And with this, I have no worries about that because it's all regulated. It all goes through the DNA chip and it's always making contact.
And this too, it's not cheaply built. They got a nice aluminized shell around everything. And it's really user-friendly, easy to operate, and all the other temperature control stuff, which is cool, but unless you want to build with nickel or titanium wire, temp control really doesn't make a difference at all. One of my last complaints for this, and this is ELeaf, don't take this to heart, but I don't like the charging port on the bottom. I don't like having to try to figure out ways I can jimmy it to set on the side of a desk or something, or lay it on its side when it's charging, especially when you have an RDA. You don't want it to drip everywhere. For someone that doesn't want to have a mech mod anymore,
or someone who doesn't want to spend $200 on a Cigeli or a Snow Wolf.
Yeah, I mean, it's really a great little thing to have. I love it. It's a great thing to vape on, and it's something I'm going to vape on for a while, and if it craps out, I'll get another one because it works optimally, and it's great.
It's going to be my go-to device.
Yeah, it is. So, that is the review on the ELeaf 100 watt. Right there. I mean, that's all I got right now. You got anything, Zach?
Nope, I'm good. So peace out. Keep on vaping, guys and gals.
Yep. All vapors out there, keep vaping on.